it's Robin with Columbia Basin Knot Company, and now we have the Paris Olympic Games going on. I used to do some professional running myself, and we have supplied stretch ropes to some of the athletes that are actually at the Paris Olympics. So I want to show you again how we do these. So any odd ends ropes that we have, we go ahead, if it's a double braid, and we pull the core out. And then we just have the cover. And the reason why is it doesn't matter if the rope is round or flat. A lot of the times it's easy for the athletes to carry if the rope is actually flat. It's a lighter weight rope. So what we do is we cut the end at an angle. We take some tape. And a lot of people, they actually just splice the rope into itself, but we actually do a handle on the end. So on this end, as you pull it out about 18 inches, we put a fid, which is like this. I go down a size. It's a 9/16 inch rope. This is 7/16, so I go down 2 sizes. And I put the fid in, and I bring it out, and I bring it out about 6 inches down. And then I put the end in, the fid. I use a really cheap packing tape, works the best. The thicker ones are just a little too smooth and they don't work as well. So a cheaper one is better. And then I'm gonna pull this in. And you can adjust this depending on the athlete and what they need. I usually pull it in and make sure that the loop is right around 7 inches across. So I take this out, pop the end of the fid out, and I cut it. Then I milk the cover over the core, and this is how the loop looks like. So this will be one end of your stretch rope. On this end, you're actually going to do the exact same thing. And so I'm going to show you how I sew it. You can actually hand stitch it using a fishing line, works really well, or a really thick upholstery thread. So I'll show you in a second how we use our industrial sewing machines. So here we are right now, and this is my leather sewing machine, and I have a leather sewing machine, but most of you will not have one. This sewing machine is great with sewing rope. So if you don't have a sewing machine, I would recommend a fishing line. And fishing line comes in different tensile strengths, basically, if you have a fish on the line. So I really recommend those, or you can do an upholstery thread, which also works. This is not a class 1 double braid I-Splice, which we would normally use for a double braid rope. So this is actually a cheater splice. So if you use this, you want to make sure that you have a sewing stitch that is used for reinforcement of the splice. So with this rope, this is a stretch rope. I'm going to go ahead and pull my thread up. I'm going to turn it so that the spliced end is showing. And I'm going to go ahead and use the machine, and I'm going to sew a straight stitch over the part where the core goes into the cover. Then I'm going to pull it back. I'm going to stitch it again. So I'm like back stitching it, and then go forward. And you want to use this on both sides of the rope. Again, if you are not using a sewing machine, it would be advisable to go ahead and stitch back when you're using a fishing line or an upholstery line when you do the back stitch. So again, these ropes, we have a bunch of athletes using those in the Olympic Games in Paris. So we are proud, and go Team USA.